Welcome to Thinner Peace and Menopause and Beyond. This is Dr. Deb Butler, Master Life and Weight Coach, and as always, your coach. Today is episode number 170, and today I am going to coach a fellow podcast listener on a problem that I know a lot of you have, and it's all about being kind to yourself and coming back to yourself. Stay tuned. Hi, everybody. I'm getting ready to go to the Azores Islands. I'm so excited. And today, in honor of me getting ready to leave, I wanted to leave you with a coaching session that I did with just another podcast listener who had sent me a letter. And I thought it was such an intriguing letter. And so many people, I think, have so many of the same issues that I asked her if she would come on and be coached. And she was brave enough to say yes. So today, what I would like to do is introduce you to Berta. And I want to read you the letter that she wrote to me here. And then I want you to listen as I coach her. And then I'll come back on the end and say a few words. This is the letter that she wrote me. Hi, Dr. Deb. I began to hear your podcast and it literally changed my life. I live in the Republic of Panama, and a friend of mine from Utah told me about your podcast, and I've been hearing it every day for the last month and a half. I am 50 and around 15 to 20 pounds overweight and into menopause. I have been following all your advice, and suddenly I had a problem at work. I work for myself, and everything was late, and I needed to make some payments to be on time for delivery of merchandise, the usual. It makes me super anxious, so I start to eat uncontrollably again. I just ate half a pint of ice cream and it's 10 p.m. at night. I wonder, how can I get back on track, or is it that I will never get back on track again? I lost 4 pounds and I gained 2 during this weekend. Do you recommend that I should start again from episode 1 right now? I am on episode 85. Sorry to bother you, but I am desperate here. Don't know if it's my mind or myself. Seems like I just want to be fat. Apparently, I just don't know why. I was taking sleeping pills and I stopped using them and I felt great. But the last 3 to 4 days, I'm taking the sleeping pills again and I'm eating uncontrollably. Don't know if I should start again on episode 1 or keep going or just pray to be in control again. Really, thanks for listening, Berta. You guys, I know you can relate to this. So listen to this interview and this coaching session that I did with her. I think it literally changed her, and I think it can literally change your brain right here and right now. So enjoy, and I'll come back on the end. Hello, Berta. Welcome to the podcast. You are a brave soul.
Thank you, Dr. Deb.
Yes. And so the reason that we're talking today is I'm calling you a brave soul because you just sent me a letter and you were just hoping that I would answer it.
Yes. I was so excited when you did. Yes.
Oh, yeah. And so the questions that you asked me, I thought so many people had them that I asked you if you would like to be coached on my podcast. And you said yes. And that's why I'm calling you brave, because did it make you a little nervous to say yes?
Of course. Of course. I'm in Panama, Republic of Panama. My English is not that good, but I said yes.
You said yes. Why did you say yes?
Because I've been hearing your podcasts for episode number 100.
Yeah.
And it's helped me a lot. I'm like a different person, but I really needed to talk to you and ask you some questions that were bothering me right now.
Yes. Okay. So tell me how it's helped you so much to begin with. Tell me how it's helped you.
Oh, okay. It all started I began to think about myself more, to take care more of myself, to be more compassionate. Every time you said that, I'm like, oh my God, I need to do that. And I'm so grateful to you for reminding me that every day. And sometimes I just forgot. That's why I wrote you, because sometimes I'm very compassionate with myself, and then something happened and some kind of stress. I have 4 kids. I'm 50, and anything could happen, like money-wise or work-wise or whatever, and I just unplug. I just start to eat again. I forgot about myself. I don't care anymore for 3 or 4 hours, and then next day I'm like, what the heck, what I did? I mean, I'm like wow, everything I had accomplished, I just throw it away because I forgot about myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to begin to hear you again and to be more compassionate again. It's like a circle.
Okay. And you think, you can tell me where I'm wrong, but you think you're doing something wrong.
Of course.
And this is what I want to start out with for everybody that's listening, including you, is you're not doing anything wrong.
I'm forgetting about myself.
This is just how it goes. All right. So this is what I think you're thinking. You can tell me where I'm wrong again. Once you started listening to my podcast and you said, oh my gosh, this is fantastic. I'm going to start doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And you start doing it and you're more compassionate with yourself and you're starting to eat between the twos and you're starting to lose a little bit of weight. And then, as you say, something stressful happens.
Mm-hmm.
And you quote unquote say you forget about yourself.
Yes. Yes.
Now, this is what I want to say is I don't really think you're forgetting about yourself. I think what you think is that you're rewarding yourself for feeling so bad.
Oh, yes. Yes. Mm-hmm.
I think you want to punish yourself after the fact and then tell yourself, what did I tell you about putting yourself first?
Mm-hmm.
You punish yourself, right?
Yes, I did. Yes. Yes. That's what I do.
That's what you do. And this is what's also really interesting about you too, Berta, because how much weight do you really want to lose?
Like 15 pounds.
15 pounds. So you tell me how come you don't have 100 pounds to lose if this is the way you cycle?
I don't really know. Because at some point I just stop.
Right. At some point you just stop.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to know that you have a way of stopping. You just don't like that when you stop, it puts an extra 15 pounds on you.
Yes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's people out there that are going, she's only got 15 pounds to lose. What is her problem?
Oh, yeah. For me, it's the world. I mean, my husband is an athlete. He's really in shape. Like, I have 4 kids. The oldest is 25 and the little one, she's 17, and everybody is like on their perfect weight except me. I'm the fatty one. Yes.
You're the fatty one?
Yes.
I love that. So you tell me how it makes you feel when you tell yourself, I'm the fatty one.
Terrible, terrible, out of control. I'm the one that does not control herself. I ate between the twos, as you said. I ate unhealthy sometimes, sugary, all the stuff that I don't need to eat.
Well, why can't you have some of it?
Yes, I try. Yes. But at some point, it just like, I think I'm a mess. And then since I'm a mess, as you said, I forget about being compassionate and I start to eat again uncontrollably. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So where you are right now in this process, because what you said to me in your letter, which I'm just going to repeat a little bit, because you said,
Mm-hmm.
I was doing so well, and then I had a stressful situation, and then I started eating. And now what should I do now? And you're saying, should I go back and start with episode 1, even though you're on 100?
Yes.
Should I go back and start all over again? As if you have to start all over again.
You think so?
Well, that's what you're thinking.
Yes, that's what I think. Yes.
Right. And when you think I have to start all over again, how does it make you feel?
Terrible.
Terrible. So, like, what if you could think something different when you see yourself making a mistake?
Well, it will be great, but I don't know how.
Well, but you can, because the problem is that you're not allowing yourself to even make a mistake. And you're making them anyway. It's not like it's stopping you.
No, it's not stopping me at all.
It's in actually what it's doing. It's probably increasing them because you make yourself so nervous and you want to eat when you're nervous, right? So first you have an overeat because something's going on at work, right?
Yes.
And then you beat yourself up for overeating, which makes you more nervous, which makes you want to eat more.
Okay. Yes, that's for sure. Mm-hmm.
And then you want to tell yourself how terrible you are and all of that, and that you have to start all over again because you're a mess.
Yes, that's true. That's me. Mm-hmm.
That is your self-talk. Now, What I want to help you with is to realize that when you start this process, the way that you get stronger is when you learn how to come back faster.
I'm writing this down.
Yeah. So do you know what I mean by coming back?
Yes. Focus myself.
Yeah. It just means coming back to yourself. So let's say that you leave. Now, when we talk about leaving, you're not really leaving. You will get to a point that when you have this negative vibration in your body of anxiety,
Mm-hmm.
you will learn how to take care of yourself in a way other than eating. But right now, at some
I don't trust myself.
No, start with me for a minute. And I want you to hear the things that you say to yourself, because people are listening too, is that you don't trust yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But it's possible that you could. And the reason I say that is because you've been living with yourself for 50 years. And I bet in many ways you do trust yourself, in many ways. You can choose to think something else about yourself with this. It's a choice. You think you're stating the news to me about you when you tell me that you're a mess.
Mm-hmm.
But you're just telling me something you've been thinking about yourself for so long that you believe it to be true. And when you think that you're a mess and it makes you feel kind of like hopeless, guess what you probably end up doing?
Messy things, yes.
Messy things, like eating when you're not hungry. And so the result of that is you prove to yourself that you're a mess.
That's true. Mm-hmm.
Now, when I talk about coming back to yourself, it's a muscle that you develop. And the reason it has to be developed is because when you cycle with eating, meaning sometimes you're doing the right thing and sometimes you're doing the wrong thing. When you find yourself doing overeating or using food for your emotions, when you can catch yourself, even after you've eaten, and instead of telling yourself you're a mess, you tell yourself, you know what, sweetheart? It's okay what just happened. And you may not be able to do it right after, or you may. It may not be until the next day. When I'm working with clients, sometimes it's not until a day after that we can reconcile what happened.
Okay.
But we can always learn from ourselves what did happen. And when we learn, we find out we're not a mess. We're just trying to protect ourselves. Just like you would try to protect your children, you're trying to protect yourself.
Okay.
And your brain thinks that eating some of these foods that have no nutritious value, but you enjoy, will make it better. But you find out the next day that you're not better. And you can calm yourself down and bring yourself back. And you know how you bring yourself back?
Not really.
The very next time you sit down to eat, you eat a full meal and you eat between the twos. And then you come back.
It's like giving me another chance.
It's like giving yourself as many chances as you want. And it's the giving yourself another chance, which is coming back, that makes you stronger. What you're doing is you're punishing yourself.
For sure, yeah.
And making it harder for you to come back. I want you to make it easier for you to come back, but I think you deserve to be heavily punished.
Yes, that's correct. That's what it is.
It's like putting a little kid in the corner and telling him you can't come out. And you make them so ashamed that they don't want to come out.
That's true. That's the way I am. I'm a mess, so I have to do it all over again, always.
But you can stop thinking that.
Oh, I hope.
There is hope. Do you believe there's hope?
Yeah, of course.
Tell me why
I've been hearing you, yeah.
But tell me why you believe there's hope for you and why you're not a mess.
Because every time I hear your podcasts, I feel energetic again. I feel positive again. I try to start all over again, but
You
at
wait, wait, wait,
some
wait. Come back to me.
point,
Come back to me.
uh-huh.
You don't have to start all over again.
Okay, okay.
When you tell yourself you have to start all over again, how does it make you feel?
Terrible, terrible,
Right.
terrible.
And you don't have to start all over again. You have 100 podcasts in your head. Your
Okay.
head is changing. It's not the same
No, it's not the same at all.
at
No, not at
all.
all.
So all you have to do is just come back and start where you are. How does that sound?
Great.
How does it feel when you tell yourself, it's okay, sweetheart, just come back?
Great, great. Thank you for reminding me. Thanks.
And you know what? How I'm reminding you right now, which is what I do when I actually work with my clients, is remind them a lot.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes I forgot, but talking to you right now has made me realize that it's true. That's
Okay,
true.
so what do you realize now that you didn't realize before?
That at some point I'm gonna make some mistakes, but that doesn't make I'm a mistake or I'm a mess. I just need to keep going.
Just like anything that you learn that's new, right? And the way that you learn something that's new is you just keep going and you learn from your mistakes until you get it. And now you become your own best friend.
hmm
Now you come back to yourself.
I feel
Now,
so good every time you remind me that.
so I'm telling you this, right? The only reason you feel good is because you're thinking something that makes you feel good. It's not me.
Okay.
What are you saying to yourself that makes you feel so much better?
At this point,
Yes?
that it's okay to make mistakes, that I'm valuable, that I'm not a mess, I just made a mistake, and that I can keep going,
Yes.
that I need to be compassionate with myself.
Yes. And compassion comes in the most when you bring yourself back. You can only come back if you're compassionate.
I'm writing everything down right now.
Yeah. But you're getting it in your heart, right?
I know. Yes,
Uh-huh. Because you can feel it.
I do. Thank you.
This is always available to you.
Yeah, I need to bring myself back. Yeah.
That's the only thing that I would ever say to myself when you see yourself doing something that you don't like is, sweetheart, let's just come back. And if you can't come back in that moment, you can come back soon. And I will tell you what, my most successful clients, it's not because they don't make mistakes. It's because they can come back.
All right. Thank you. Oh, I feel so good right now.
Beautiful.
Thanks.
Thank you, Berta, for being so brave.
I know. Thank you. Thank you for having me. You don't know how much you have changed my life. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you. It's my pleasure, Berta. So here's what I want to say after coaching Berta, and something that I notice a lot when I coach my clients, and maybe you're noticing this too as you're listening, is that the things that we say to ourselves are usually not very helpful. And the other thing is most of the things that we say to ourselves, unfortunately, we believe with all of our hearts, and we can't see that we're not reporting the news to ourselves. We're just telling ourselves things that we think that we believed for so long that we think we're reporting the news about ourselves, but we're not. Just like Berta. She just felt like she was just a mess, that she's a fatty. These are just the things that she tells herself all the time. And she tells herself when she makes a mistake that she shouldn't be making a mistake, that she should figure this all out by now. And guess what? All of that type of thinking just keeps you in the cycle of staying the same and being a mess. So this is what I want to really invite you guys to do as you listen to this coaching session. It was only like 15, 20 minutes, and you can see it literally changed her brain. Literally. In that kind of a time. That's how powerful coaching is. If you're ready to take that next step and have your brain coached in order to get you the results that you want, well, maybe I'm your coach. And if you want to find out if I think that you would be a good fit for my program, all you have to do is go to drdebbutler.com/work with me, and you can set up a mini session and we can find out if I can help you and you would be the right fit for my program to get the help that you want by being coached by a master. That's me. So until next time, you know what I'm going to say. You're smart. You're brilliant. You know, but I'm going to say it anyway. No matter what else you do this week, please be very, very kind to yourself. Bye-bye.
If you're ready to take your eating issues to another higher, more improved level, well, it's time to talk to my wife, Dr. Deborah. She's helped hundreds and thousands of people. Just visit drdebbutler.com/work with me. You'll get a free consultation with Dr. Deb and find out if coaching and talking to my wife is a solution to your struggles.